of everything, just life. We'd like to go fishing more.
We'd come fishing. For some odd reason, I've met 2 fly fishing guides independently in the last month.
Did you talk to the guy, Alan Edwards? Holy.
Welcome to this episode of Coffee with Jim and James. We are excited to be here at SGA, Columbia, South Carolina, with our good friend Chris McCabe. I'm trying to get us back on track. These guys are talking about fishing, barbecue, Tennessee, hunting.
Man stuff. In there. We hadn't got to it yet. That's later.
That was on the
for Wyatt. Man stuff.
We're going to cover a lot of ground today.
We are.
Because we're going to let this one flow. We have tried to record this episode.
Yes.
And there were a lot of signs possibly along the way that it wasn't a good idea.
But it should not happen.
But here we are powering through it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
This will be it. We will do it.
Because that's Chris McCabe style.
There's no
powering
stopping.
Through, yeah.
There's no stopping
Pulling a
him.
China shop.
Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Long time coming.
It's good having you here. It's good having you, brother. It's good seeing you.
Tell us a little bit about Chris George Sells
Inc.
I call it CGS.
CGS.
So do I.
That's a cool name.
It is. Thank you. Well, Chris George's was my grandfather on my mom's side, and mid-'70s he started Chris George's Sales and kind of decided to go out on his own, and he started out in my mom's bedroom when she went off to school. So he was just a factory rep, so it was all drop shipping at that time, and he was selling NIPAC, which is old orange plastic pipes, and I still have a couple of their fittings.
That's cool.
We've held on
That's
to.
cool.
But you can feel the difference between modern polyethylene and that plastic, that orange plastic.
Sure.
It just feels brittle, and it's
Totally different.
but it was new to the whole market. It's what the
That replaced steel back in the day.
right.
That was the
right.
first, or one of the first generations. So
He
he
had-
to the grid.
So he had that, and he knew Bob Lyle Sr. from when he worked in previously in the natural gas industry, and Bob Lyle started Lyle and manufacturing, and they recently bought by Hubble, but so he had plastic pipe and Lyle's products.
Okay.
So, and that's how it all started. And that's all it was. He's traveling around the Southeast, getting to know people, making relationships, and
Awesome product.
yeah, he sadly passed away 2014, 2015. But
Okay. Sorry about that.
thank you. Before that, my mom had taken over, so she's still president and owner of Chris George's Sales.
Oh, wow.
And she worked closely with my dad until he recently passed.
Yep, sorry about that, too.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. But we're getting through it. And I've been there about 3 years now, a little more than 3 years.
Is that it?
That's
So we
it.
met 3 years ago, probably right when
Right
you
when I
started,
started.
in the Carolinas. We met.
And then
a,
COVID hit, and we
yeah.
didn't see each other for a year and a half.
Usually I'd make a joke here about how to make you feel younger. But it's weird to say, so you started when you were 11? It didn't.
it doesn't
That's
work
not-
with
wasn't a
him.
good
3
one.
years.
I don't know.
Started when he was
You probably
44.
did. I mean, when it's a family gig,
I
I feel
was-
like by osmosis.
Oh, you grew up in the business.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
mean-
I did. I was always around it.
Yeah.
I knew what was what, and I knew some of the local guys just because they were at the shop or Pat was talking to them all the time.
Yeah.
You're like in the floor playing trucks, just
Yeah,
learning,
right.
learning the business. You didn't
Learning
know
quietly.
it, just taking it all in.
Well,
It's pretty awesome. At Energy World Net, we've got several generations of families that work in our company, and it's kind of neat to see that Carly's here today. With us, seeing that dynamic and those kids. And I'm not saying they're kids now, but those kids that grew up in our company
Yeah.
by proxy learning from their parents and going, I want to get involved in natural gas, or I want to get involved in what the business is. So it's really neat to see that
I
come
agree.
to
It's
life.
it's just the people in the industry. I think it's why
Solid.
onlookers want to be involved. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone here's nice
Solid
and opening,
group.
and
And
Yeah,
once
I'm
they
sure
get
we're
in,
not the only ones that have we feel like we're brothers. the first time we met kind of deal.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I've met several people today.
Yeah.
And, and I know a lot of people here, but I've met new people today that I'm like, wow, man, I'm glad I get to do this here with you. You know, we'll see each other again. But you were one of those for me. Like the minute I met you, we joked about it at the dinner I didn't show up to last night.
That's very true. Yeah.
Allegedly did not show up. We showed up for a little bit.
Well, we were walking. We were going to an after party kind of thing, and we were walking. And I told Chris, I said, "Man," or I was telling my wife, I said, "I just feel like I've known Chris forever, and I've only seen him 3 times in my whole entire life."
Yeah.
But that happens a lot in our industry.
It does happen a lot, and it's I would say it's somewhat unique to our industry, but so common to our industry that we've had generations and people are just used to it. When people do come from other industries than ours, are like, "Wow, you guys are all friends. Wow, you know each other. Wow, wait, that might be,
Feel like
you know, isn't that a competitor? Are
So
you not
Chris.
allowed to talk?" Well, except for Chris, of course.
Well, I think Joe Surratt from Upsco says, it's a really big industry and really small.
Yes,
It's
definitely.
All at the same time.
Somebody knows
Yep.
a guy and he's like the expert in that area, or and you're like, oh, I know that guy, or that's what I was going to say. It's really neat. Really neat.
Yeah. Chris George Sales, you guys are mostly in the southeast, east of the Mississippi, south of Tennessee or Kentucky?
Kentucky South.
Kentucky. Well, what do you guys, what's your focus? Where do you spend a lot of your time? What's your niche into our whole marketplace?
Well, I guess,
What's your claim to
Southeast.
fame?
Yeah.
Chris?
Claim to fame,
Personal and business.
personal.
No, I'm just kidding. Please don't answer.
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't
can
want to start
allow
over again.
yeah.
Get
I
ready,
don't need another son, Lord.
get ready to edit. No, I'm kidding.
Just kidding.
No, but our biggest products is tracer wire and wire connectors. As a matter of fact, for Copperhead manufacturing, made in Fayetteville, Tennessee. That's the copper clad steel tracer wire. So it's steel core with copper sheeting around it. So you're getting strength with the steel, and you're saving money because you have less copper in it. But
Okay.
it's very popular, and we're the number one gas distributor for that company in the U.S. But we move a lot of that tracer wire. For some
Okay.
reason, it's just how it happened. We didn't necessarily put our efforts there. We selling it when
Better
people
be
wanted
lucky
it. But
than good, right?
yeah, that's right. Sometimes I don't.
Sure.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor, just for the audience that may not understand tracer wire. Can you just give them a brief overview of what it does,
Sure.
just so they understand?
Sure. So every time a natural gas plastic service or really any utility that's not metal is put in the ground, you're supposed to put a wire with it in the ditch so that you can put a signal down that wire and from above ground locate where the utility roughly is.
Yep.
And so that helps the guys, I don't know, when you're adding on to your house so you don't dig into your natural gas line.
Damage prevention.
Damage prevention,
That's right.
i.e.,
100%.
I was setting you up. It's a safety product. I mean, it all has to do with keeping everybody
absolutely.
safe, so you don't dig where you're not supposed to. Yeah. So, yep, that's good.
Call 811.
Oh wait,
Always.
yeah,
No,
always
Hey,
call.
no free sponsors. All right, one.
Okay,
All the
811.
Carolina 811 right now. We'll
Yep.
give you a shout out.
Yep.
Just kidding. We'll do it.
That
anytime.
number is across the United States. So wherever you go, 811.
All before you did.
Because that is, I think, number one of all
No doubt.
utility hits is they don't call. Number two is unlocatable. And so with
So if they didn't have a tracer wire, it could be unlocatable because it's plastic. It doesn't get picked up by quote unquote a metal detector.
right,
So, okay.
Chris, I learned last night while we were walking to the dinner that I never showed up for that you're really young,
I am.
which is surprising.
I just celebrated
Let's
my
lean into
29th
that.
birthday.
No, but really, and it brings up a point that we talked about
Yeah.
earlier on another episode. But Chris, it's something I've picked up along the hall here and in sessions is there's a lot of youth coming in
Yeah.
to our industry. We've got a lot of people coming in that are asking questions that maybe we haven't asked for a long time,
Right.
and bringing innovations that we haven't seen. And you're a part of that, man. I mean, how does it
Thank
feel
you.
to be a part? And what are your thoughts? And if you have any suggestions to folks that are maybe looking for somewhere to go? Is natural gas or a home for them?
Well, I think there's a home for anybody in this industry. It's to our point earlier. It's a lot of nice people and welcoming, and most people I've ever talked to and asked a question, they have the answer or know someone who does and will point in the right direction. When I started, like about 3 years ago, there wasn't many people around my age, and even now, I'm seeing a lot more because there is going to be a changing of the guard soon in this industry with a lot of these old guys retiring and kicking the bucket. No, I'm just kidding.
Somebody please rub my forehead. I need a second. No, but you're right though. The knowledge transfer is key. We can't stick a jump drive in and get all that. And it's important for all of us to keep sharing that knowledge, you know. And I do mention this too. The knowledge definitely goes down to the new generation, which is soaking it up like a sponge. That new generation also has so much to teach people like me. And I learn every day from them. So
we can open your email attachments and everything.
I'm still having trouble with that whole
Show you
email.
how to open that PDF.
What is that AOL dial-up? Am I still good with that?
Noise, yeah.
You
I
know,
learned a lot from Jimmy during the pandemic. I did. I really did.
what did you learn?
A lot.
Yeah, what did you learn?
I would have to get my notepad.
Did you learn to use a notepad?
We did a lot together.
We did.
We learned a lot from each other.
Oh, we really did. No, being
really,
serious. Yeah.
We're not that different in age. I'm a lot closer to you than probably him. No offense to either of you.
Jeez, I just feel like I'm as a shock. But you're right, though. We did learn a lot, and we learned a lot together. And you know, the one thing that this really is an idea about is how we took the pandemic, and there were some challenges like you talked about. And because of our friendship, we wanted to have you on the show and to share the good word. And we're blessed to have the show, to have this medium to bring all of us to
I
it.
just have to bring some attention to it over your shoulder. It was just like this embrace. These people just saw each other. And that's, I've seen it over and over at the show.
Yeah.
It's been so good to be together again.
Yes,
definitely.
And shake hands and laugh. We've laughed a ton. Full disclosure, we had to start this like 4 different times.
It was
we
7.
don't mess up a lot these days.
No. We had to.
But
though.
we got the giggles.
Yeah.
It says a lot about our friendship. We got a lot of friends in this room. And there's a reason for it.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you guys.
All 3
See, look,
times.
how's a giggle?
No, I can't. I got to go.
Chris, we like to end our episode with really giving you the stage. If there's one word, one phrase, one sentence, one idea you would like to leave the audience, it could be anything.
Keep it clean.
Keep it, very clean.
Makes it tough.
But, you know, if there's anything that you wanted to, you know, we've had some people just say one word. Others have said a few sentences. So the stage is yours.
Well, I think family is very important. I think personal in your business, professional life. Losing my dad recently kind of brings it all to light, and he was very much a family within this industry.
Absolutely was.
You know, he knew everybody, and a lot of people knew him, and you could hear him laughing across the room. So, but that's what I think is important, and coming from a family company that we're pretty lean and mean and small, but that's okay.
Yeah,
you know, we do what we need to do, but we're a family at the same time. So be nice to people and have a good family. You know,
that's
what it is. You can make your own family. So.
I never met your dad, but I feel like I did.
No,
that makes sense. So.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No, we appreciate it. It was great. Until next time on Coffee with Jim and James, have a great week. See you next time.